All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of... Ooh, I think I feel my speech slurring. We've done 4 episodes here. So I've had 5 shots today. So if I'm slurring my speech a little bit, which I'm 90% sure I am, 90 proof... Wow. Should we film this episode? This is bad. So we are doing shots of Weller. The story behind Weller... if you're familiar with the hardest bourbon to get, the hardest whiskey to get, American-made whiskey to get, is something called Pappy Van Winkle. If you can get a hold of a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, buy it. It's extremely difficult to get. But the secret behind Pappy is that Pappy is basically, what is it, W.L. Weller? Is that the full name? W.L. Weller? Yeah. And Pappy is chosen from barrels of Weller. So if you get Weller, it's basically Pappy. But the Pappy family and the distiller select from Weller which ones get the label of Pappy. So if you want to know what Pappy tastes like, grab some Weller. So we are cheap. We're poor. We're not rich. So we can't afford Pappy. Because if you buy it aftermarket, it's like $5,000 a bottle at least. So we're going to try some Pappy, which still has the Weller lane, and see what we think.
Ludicrous speed.
Okay, I'm going to guess. We don't know the proof. That's the one thing we don't know. I'm going to guess 100 proof.
Thank you so much.
And or maybe 96. Yeah, possibly 96. Very good. I mean, it's usually sweet on the tongue. Is usually a hint that it's a cheap whiskey, but when it's that sweet. But we know this is Weller, so we know it's not a cheap whiskey. Yeah, I can see why people can't stop talking about it. Fair warning: Weller is getting more and more expensive. Because people are finding out that it's actually Pappy with a different label. So if you can get a bottle of Weller, grab some Weller now. This is 12-year. So what do you think of Weller?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I don't know that it lives up to the hype. I mean, from everything I've heard, Pappy doesn't live up to the hype. You're buying the name, you're not buying the whiskey. You could... Like, if you have a bottle of Pappy, you could pour it all out and replace it with something else and resell the bottle. And I don't know if anyone would be able to tell you otherwise, especially because they hardly ever have Pappy. So they wouldn't know what it even tasted like. It's good. I certainly wouldn't call this a super expensive whiskey. It's not as complex as I was hoping. Yeah, I mean, like, this is fine. I like the taste. It is a little higher on the alcohol, which means my tongue is a bit numb from all the other stuff. But yeah, I would drink this.
What proof would you guess?
Yeah, close to 90. Yeah. I don't think it's over that.
Remember, your tongue's kind of numb.
Yeah, but it's more numb than it was before. So, yeah. And yeah, so it's good. I'll drink it. But even knowing, like I said, I think it's the name you're buying, I wouldn't really go out of my way to drink it or find it. So, yeah, I mean, now that I've had it, I'm like, whatever.
I've had better.
Yes.
I'm completely opposite of both of you guys. I'm used to drinking things like Old Crow and things like that are really, really crappy to sit there and try and get through my day. And yeah, you can laugh all you want, please. Go ahead and make fun of me in the comments. I dare ya. I'll sit there and drink cheap stuff. This is actually very drinkable. Very, very easy going down. This is absolutely delicious, and I would buy this bottle again and again and again. This is actually really, really good stuff. I'm hoping anyways, not a ungodly price tag. This is good stuff. I'll drink this all day. It's smooth going down. This is good. I like this. If this is what Pappy is like, only just with a different label, I will take it any other day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, like I said, I will drink it. It is fine. I'm just not blown out of the water.
Yeah, it's we've definitely had better. I am impressed that it's so sweet on the tongue, that the taste is so good, and the finish is still good. But it doesn't live up to the hype. But it is a decent whiskey. It's not bad by any means. 12-year is good, and it is a wheated bourbon. I kind of knew that already. But, yeah, good stuff. Bartender Ian, what do you have to say about Weller?
So the Weller is a pretty popular one that we have here at the bar. A lot of people tend to go for it because they tend to agree with him on the note that it's a good, fairly inexpensive, but good, strong sipping one. It is 90 proof. It is a wheated bourbon. So instead of a traditional rye, it has the wheat in there instead of the wheat mash. It's got a long history behind it. Like, you can read the bottle on the guy who started to, making wheated bourbons a lot more popular with this blend. And it is supposed to have a tasting note of vanilla, oak, and cinnamon. However, that tends to come out more for people who tend to like vanilla, oak, and cinnamon as opposed to other honeyed bourbons and such. Yeah. But I've had it. It's a decent one. It's the age 12 years. There are other versions of it. I think I saw online there was a single barrel version of it. But overall, this is one of the better ends of the Weller, for sure. So.
All right, so that is our time. I'm sure we'll be back at Stack 571. This is a wonderful place. You should really check it out. And I mean, they got a great selection of whiskey. It's a whiskey bar.